Good morning, everybody. Today I'm having my morning cup of coffee. Well, actually, it's not morning anymore, it's afternoon. I do hope that this video finds everyone doing well and good today. We're going to be looking at three different string winders today. A string winder right here. That's the basic, pretty much a basic string winder. It has a area right here for the tuning machines. It will work with your basic tuning machines. Also, it will work with bass tuning machines also. It has your basic cutter on the end. Bad thing about this is it will only cut one string at a time, which there's some string winders that'll cut more than one string at a time, but I believe the Music Nomad string winder with the string winding cap here for the tuning machines comes with more of a snipping type of head on it, to where you can snip more strings with it. But this is your basic string winder. It also comes with a pin puller here on the end, and I don't know how you would use that as a pin puller because it's so thick right here. I don't know how you would get that under the pins. I don't own a acoustic myself, but it would seem like this pin puller would be a little bit thinner here on the end, so you can get up underneath the head of the pin to pull it out. Now, the bad things about, the cons for this, it can only snip one string at a time. I feel that, if you got a string winder, you might want to be able to snip more than one string at a time, if you're in a hurry or something like that. And the pin puller, it's kind of thick there, so I don't know how you would get that underneath the pin to pull it out. And if you have rather large hands, this is kind of, my hand covers this whole winding area, or the handle and stuff like that. So if you have large hands, this is kind of hard to control. If you can see that, it's kind of hard it would be kind of hard to control if you got large hands, and it doesn't really fit in your hand all that well even like this, it's hard to control. It is quiet, not a lot of noise there, but it's a basic string winder, kind of like a off-branded type of D'Addario string winder. So the next string winder that we have is the Music Nomad string winder here. Now, to begin with, the head of this string winder it's encased in a hard rubber here. So inside there's like a metal piece. So it's encased in a hard rubber, so it won't damage wood, or it won't damage or scratch up your tuning machine heads. and you can wind your basic mandolin, ukulele, guitar, electric guitar, and you can also use it on bass, as you can see. So that comes in handy. There's a steel shaft that runs from the bottom center of the head to this arm right here. So it just runs right down into the arm. And the arm comes over to the handle, and there's a like a roller skate or skateboard bearing on the inside. It's an enclosed bearing, and it makes for a pretty quiet winding experience. You don't get a lot of randling or anything like that. The area right here where it's curved makes for a comfortable type of grip for your thumb, and what other fingers fit in there, so it makes for a comfortable grip. It is quite bulky here on the handle, so if you don't have a very good grip or anything like that, there's no worries, because it fits pretty well in your hand. I just recently broke my hand, and my pinky is kind of, because I fell on the side of my hand right here, my pinky is kind of, off a little bit, but it still fits comfortable in my hand, even so. Now, the other end has a 10 millimeter wrench on the end, so you can, and it's a deep well, so you can use that on your tuning machines to tighten up the nuts on them. So I thought that came in pretty handy. Or it would tighten up any 10 millimeter nut that you have exposed on your guitar that you can use on that. You can use this on. Now, as advertised, or the advertisements that I've seen is, you can take this cap off and store like acoustic pins inside here, acoustic string pins. I don't know why you would want to do that. Well, I guess some people would find a use for that. But this cap does not come off. I've tried to, and I didn't want to damage my winder any more than it was. But I have tried taking it off. There's a scratch on here somewhere right here that I tried using a pair of channel locks, small channel locks, to grip this cap on the edge here and twist it off, and it still wouldn't come off. So I'm not gonna try anymore doing that. And as far as storage is concerned, I see no use for storage. Now, the only thing that this does not come with is your acoustic pin puller and cutters. Of course, this is only advertised as a string winder, and it works rather well. It does. It's quiet, fits nice in your hands. It's a rather good product, I think, actually. So the next one that came up, the next string winder that I found, was a rather unique item. And I was just doing some research online for string winders and stuff like that, and I found this. If I can hold it back far enough, it is rather long. Here, there we are. And it's made by Cuda. It's Cuda String Winder. Now, it's a rather unique item, and I've never seen anything like it in the whole time that I've been playing guitars or seen anybody else restring their guitars. It's pretty much a gauge for your strings. Now, if you've noticed here, let me get this off. It has the string names on it. EADGBE. Now, what the use for those are is this at first glance, it does have a pin puller for your acoustic guitars. This also serves as it's kind of like a hold down mechanism. So when you put this on the post of your tuning machine and you run the string up underneath, and then you put it into one of these, like say you're doing the E string, and you put it into that groove and bend the string up and over. Now what that does is it gives enough slack in your string, so when you pull your string back to the bend on the post of your guitar, it gives you enough slack to wrap the string around the post and then string as usual the way you would, wrap the string around the post as usual the way you would. So this will work on inline guitars as well as 3+3, like a Gibson or something like that. So that's the main use of these. So you got the names of your strings on there, where to put the bends and stuff like that. I thought it was a rather neat winder. So you don't have to guess how much slack or how little slack you need to leave in your strings to wind them. So I thought that was rather neat. It does have a hood on it to put over your tuning machines. The only downside with this one is you can't use it, as far as I can see, you can't use it on bass guitars. It's a little too small to use on bass guitars. It doesn't have the slots cut into the sides to let it fit on a bass guitar tuning machine. It also doesn't have cutters on it, obviously. So it's only good for measuring your strings. And the pin puller, which serves as kind of like a dual purpose type of in there. It's a pin puller, and you use it on the post of your tuning machine. And then your string winder part here that fits over the tuning machine. That's about it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 uses on this particular string winder. But it was just something that I found, I thought was rather unique. So that's about it, guys. But what you do is go ahead and leave some comments down below. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you like? as far as functionality is concerned. Do you like the first one I showed you? It's kind of like the D'Addario, the Music Nomad, or the one from CUDA. So go ahead, leave your comments, please. If it's the first time to your channel, if it's the first time to this channel, go ahead, leave a comment. Subscribe if you liked what you've seen. Hit the notification bell, for updates on more videos coming your way. So you guys have a good one. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.